What is up, guys? How you doing? Mr. Live coming at you today, and what we wanted to talk to you guys about is absolutely something revolutionary, and we announced it on our Saturday call for NRGY. But what we're going to do is we're going to break it down Barney style so you guys really understand what this is, what the true value potential is, not only for our community, but for the whole cryptocurrency community as well. So every single person in cryptocurrency is going to have access to this information and this way of doing things that Dwayne will be explaining to all of you. So whether it is the morning, afternoon, or evening, thank you guys so much for tuning in. And without further ado, I will turn it over to my good friend, Dwayne Noble.
Hello, DeFi Nation. Hello, NRGY community. So the title of this video is, what is the potential of this new disruptive technology? Now, I want to tell you guys something. Maybe you're in NRGY. Maybe you've looked at NRGY in the past and maybe you've questioned, I've seen NRGY go from 0 to 60, 0 to 100 in no time. I've seen it come up, I've seen it come down, I've seen it do all sorts of things. I've seen the price move a lot. And, maybe you've been a skeptic, maybe you've questioned, whether you want to get involved in NRGY, you're kind of on the fence. Well, I want to really give you some content and let you know what exactly the potential is of this brand new DApp that we are creating. Now,
hello,
you don't know about
DeFi Nation. Hello,
you're able by staking
community.
by staking at least
so
25 NRGY.
the title of this video
from
is
all these different decentralized applications that are being created.
This
what's a
new
what's a
disruptive
DApp? It's a decentralized application.
Now,
so you
I
pick
want
up
to tell
your
you guys
phone
something.
and
Maybe
you can see all different DApps.
maybe you're in
health
NRGY.
and fitness.
Maybe
you
you've
can
looked
see,
at NRGY in the past, and maybe you
games.
question.
You can see
I've
shopping
seen NRGY
DApps.
go
You
from
can see financial
0 to 60,
But
0 to
Energy
100
Stakeholders
in no
share
time. I've seen
in
it
the
come
revenues
up,
of
I've seen
all
it come
these different
down, I've seen it
DApps.
do all sorts
And
of
we
things. I've
just
seen the
released
price move a
our
lot.
first DApp here
And maybe you've been
last
a
week.
skeptic,
And the very
maybe
first
you've
people
questioned,
have been
whether you want to get
today
involved in
to
NRGY,
use
you're
that
kind of
DApp.
on the fence.
And so they're going to get to start
I want
using
to really
it tomorrow.
give you some
And
content
of course, that DApp
and
is
let
called
you know
Genie
what
Signal.
exactly
And that DApp allows
the potential
people
is
to trade stocks
of this brand new
automatically
DApp
in the stock
that
market.
we are creating.
Using
Now,
hello,
DeFi Nation.
Hello,
NRGY community.
By staking at least
So
everybody
the title of this video is
different
decentralized
decentralized
applications
that
are being created.
But there's one particular DApp in particular, guys, that we announced on Saturday that we are creating, and I believe this DApp is going to be a blockbuster DApp. This is going to revolutionize the cryptocurrency market as you know it. It is that big. This is really going to shake the cryptocurrency market to its core in a very, very good way. And once you understand the power of this DApp, it'll start to come together more and more and more. And you'll realize why you should be involved with NRGY and why you should work to getting at least 25 NRGY staked, because it really could be a life-changing event for yourself and for your family. Now, I want to let you guys know, I want to give a disclaimer, a clear disclaimer, and I'd probably go back and edit the video so I put it also in the description of the video. But I'm going to give you some examples, okay, in this video. And I want you guys to know that the examples I give, they are purely hypothetical and they are not to be construed as a guarantee. I want to make that really, really clear. You're going to see me kind of look over here in the meantime. Reason is I want to stay on point. I want to keep this short, and I actually created me a Word document. I have multiple screens, and my Word document is over here. So if it looks like I'm looking off into space, I'm actually looking at my Word document. But what this DApp is going to do is it's going to create energy-wrapped versions of Bitcoin, Ethereum, and many different cryptocurrencies. And it's going to create basically a bridge. And the energy bridge will allow cryptocurrencies to be traded with leverage for free. And it will allow crypto investors to either trade with leverage for free or lock in their dollar value for free and obtain a yield on their crypto without actually selling their assets and the possible tax consequences that go along with selling. Guys, that's big. Think about it. They're going to be able to come through this energy bridge with energy wrapped Bitcoin, energy wrapped Ethereum, energy wrapped many different cryptocurrencies. And they're going to be able to transact those cryptocurrencies. You're going to be able to trade them either with leverage, or if they feel like they want to step out, maybe they feel like it's going down, they can actually lock in the dollar value and they can obtain a yield on their crypto without actually incurring a possible tax consequence that would normally go along with selling. Now, the energy bridge DApp, decentralized application, will open up new strategies, brand new strategies that have never been seen before. I'll give you an example. For example, it will allow crypto investors to take a synthetic loan out on their own crypto. They can actually cash out 50 to 75% of their holdings and put 25 to 50% at 2 times to 4 times leverage, and they can earn just as if they kept their entire market in their entire amount in the market itself. That's huge. That's just one example, one strategy that it'll enable people to open up. Guys, that's massive. Think of how many times you've needed funds, but you don't really want to cash out your crypto. You don't want to lose your power, but you need some funds. You're going to be able to use this energy, this bridge platform, this decentralized application. This is a perfect use case for it. You're going to be able to cash out a little bit of your crypto, and you're going to be able to take and put the remaining on leverage. And it would just be like if you were holding the crypto in the market itself. Pretty powerful. Now, the cost for using the energy bridge. What is the cost for using the energy bridge? Well, it's just 1% to enter the bridge, and it's 1% to exit the bridge. Now, while in the bridge, this decentralized application, people will be able to lock in their dollar value to obtain a yield, as well as trade leverage free with 0 fees, with absolutely no fees, unlimited. So once they bring their Bitcoin or their Ethereum through the energy bridge and they get energy wrapped Bitcoin or energy wrapped Ethereum, they're going to be able to lock in their dollar amount to obtain a yield, no fee. They're going to be able, if they feel like it's going up, they're going to be able to do leverage free trading, no fee, absolutely no fees at all. And then when they want to exit the bridge, when they want to go get their regular Bitcoin or their regular Ethereum, they exit the bridge and there is a 1% fee as well. So what is in it for energy stakeholders who stake at least 25 energy coins? I want you to understand something. This is huge, okay? 20% of all of the 1% fees to enter and exit the energy bridge, it could be quite substantial, guys. So energy stakeholders, they get 20% of that 1% that's used to enter the bridge and used to exit the bridge. Well, what could that be? Hypothetically, what could that be? Let's take a look at what that could be. I want you guys to realize the potential, because once you realize the potential, you'll realize just how revolutionary this is. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share my screen here. Let me go back to the Zoom and let me share my screen. So guys, let's say that, and let me go ahead and change my font up here so it's bigger. Guys, Binance right now, okay, does a lot of transactions. You know how much they do per day right now? Binance currently does over $30 billion in volume a day. Over $30 billion. If the energy bridge did just a fraction of this, let's say $1 billion, I want to show you what the numbers would look like. So if we figure up $1 billion, okay, 1 billion, and we take that times 1%, okay, times 1%, 1% of $1 billion, guys, equals $10 million. That's $10 million. Now keep in mind, this is the volume. This is considering per day. This is a hypothetical considering volume per day. And if we take 20% of the $10 million in that 1%, okay, so that 1% fee to enter the bridge and exit the bridge, if it was 1 billion a day, that 1% fee would equate to 10 million. Now, energy stakeholders, they get 20% of that. So 20% of 10 million, guys, is basically $2 million. $2 million. Now, here's what's really cool. And I'm going to stop my screen share here for a second because I want to come back with you guys full screen. Here is what's really cool. What's really cool is that energy is extremely limited in supply. Guys, there's not a lot of people who are able to stake 25 coins, not necessarily for financial reasons, but because the energy supply itself is extremely, extremely limited. Right now, I told you guys on Saturday, there were a little over 300. We actually looked at the numbers. That was a rough estimate. Right now, there are 125 people who are currently staking 25 coins or more. 25 coins or more. Now, guys, let's say that that number, going back to my screen share here, let's say that number grows to 1,000 people. Okay, keep in mind, there's a very limited supply of energy. So let's say it grows to 1,000 people. Do you realize that $2 million per day divided by 1,000 people would equal $2,000 per day in cash flow? Per day. That's the potential. That's the potential that this revolutionary DApp, and this is just one of many DApps that can create for energy stakeholders who are staking at least 25 coins. You say, well, what would the value of energy be? Guys, if it was $2,000 per day, 2,000 per day for 25 coins is the revenue it would generate. And again, this is just a hypothetical, times 365 days a year. Guys, what that equates to is, and I got to get my calculator out on this so I give you guys an accurate number. 2,000 times 365, that's $730,000. $730,000. Now, by traditional standards, you've got to take that times a multiple. You could take it times a multiple of 10. You could take it times a multiple. Traditional Wall Street standards is times a multiple of 26. But again, cryptocurrency is not traditional. But even if you took that times a multiple of 4 or 5 or 10, you would then divide that by 25. And that would give you the approximate value and potential for energy. Now, we're not going to get to $1 billion a day in trading volume, obviously in volume that's going through the bridge. But even if you took a fraction of that, as we build up to it, it is still a very substantial revenue for energy stakeholders. Still very substantial. Well, what's this do to energy? I want you guys to think about this. And let me pull up my my other screen here. I want you to think about this. This technology that we're doing is absolutely, totally disruptive technology. This is in a very good way. This is disruptive for both the crypto and the DeFi markets because it eliminates the fees for swapping in and out of crypto. Guys, the magnitude of this could very well be much, much bigger than the example that I actually gave. And we have the opportunity to do something very special and capture a very high percentage of the current cryptocurrency market volume, which now stands at $2 trillion. $2 trillion, think about that. What does that do for the value of energy when all these different dApps are, you got all this cash flow coming in from all these different dApps? Just this one in particular, that makes energy extremely, extremely valuable. Now, in addition to all of this, you have the opportunity to actually stake energy right now. And you're going to earn a yield each week on the minting of energy, which means you receive more energy each week. So even if you're not able to stake 25 coins right away, you can still earn energy through the minting process to help get you to those 25 coins staked. Of course, the more that you stake, the more that you earn. So even if you can stake 25 coins, maybe you consider staking 100 or 500 energy. It's going to vary. Everybody has a different degree of finances. And of course, energy mints for a period of 100 weeks. And guys, right now, we're actually on week 9 of 100. Now, I'm going to tell you this. Once this dApp is released, okay, and we're currently creating this dApp, you're going to see energy be in huge demand. And the reason I tell you this is because you really have the potential to change your life. Whether you're a common man or whether you're a sophisticated business person, it doesn't matter. This is something so revolutionary that it can change, that it has the potential to really change your life. So right now, you're able to stake coins. And at probably the lowest that you'll ever see the price of energy again. Guys, right now, energy is about $350 a coin, about $350 a coin. If you do the math based on the example that I gave, it's not unfeasible to see the value of energy climb very quickly, especially once this dApp is released, into the thousands and on into the tens of thousands, and maybe even beyond that. I know it's kind of unfathomable, but I want you to think about this. There was a company that launched here about 2 decades ago. That company, they sold books. They sold books. That company went public. Company struggled along, but once it went public, they expanded their horizons. They didn't just sell books. They sold multiple other products as well. Did you know that the initial people that started working for that company, they all of them, from the janitor cleaning the toilets to the top manager, they all became millionaires, and many of them became multi-millionaires almost overnight. Now that company's name is Amazon. I know many of you guys have heard of them. Guys, right now we have the chance to do something so revolutionary that you have the potential to be one of those guys that profited, that were just simply working alongside, along with Amazon. You have the potential to be that person. And some of those guys, they held their stock. Some of those guys are multi, not just millionaires today, way beyond that. So as people see the potential of the energy bridge, I'm going to tell you this, there is going to be a race to stake 25 coins. The race to stake 25 coins will be on. Guys, as the race to stake 25 coins is on, guess what? That should drive the value of energy into the stratosphere. Really has that potential. So you really want to take advantage of really getting staked now, of sharing it with others. Of course, you know, you're rewarded for growing the community, because right now when the price is lower, much lower than where I believe it'll be in the future, you're not only able to stake more coins, you're able to earn more coins when you invite other people. And again, I want to let you guys know that the examples that I provided, guys, they are purely hypothetical and they are not to be construed as a guarantee. But the power that we have as a community with energy is phenomenal. Phenomenal, guys. We are basically energy in a way it's like a decentralized bank that's owned by the community. It's almost like a decentralized bank that's owned by the community. Think about that. Your potential. Do not be limited to what people have taught you your entire life that you're limited to. You truly have greatness inside you, and the potential with energy is there for the taking. Peter, I'm going to turn it over to you to close us out, but want to thank all of you for joining me tonight.
Thank you, Dwayne, for that explanation. And I do believe that many people have to understand what we have here with NRGY. You know, we have an amazing community of people who have, you know, unfortunately, through unfortunate, let's call it business decisions, have been hurt in the past in cryptocurrency. One of the main benefits to NRGY is that you're in control of your funds at all time. So whether you have decided to share it with others or not, you are in full control of your funds. And on top of that, whenever you decide, and if you decide to unstake your coins, you lose 7.5% of that value. However, the community benefits from that as well, as 7.5% of what you remove from that supply is also removed from the permanent supply. That will also, in turn, cause NRGY to be less in supply and more in demand. So as more of these decentralized apps become building out, and as we have more projects that are brought to the table in front of us and we continue to develop them, what's going to happen is those people that are holding and staking at least 25 NRGY, they're going to benefit from every single one of those decentralized apps. So I want you guys to really understand the vision of what we are creating here. This is not a fly-by-night opportunity. This is a decentralized finance organization run by the community, for the community, heard by the community, and every single person has a voice. If you have an idea that you want to create a decentralized app, and you say, hey, I have this idea and I want to create it, we can develop it. And there are so many people out there that have amazing ideas. Maybe you're a teacher like me, and you have an awesome decentralized app that you want to bring to the table. Create it. We can help you do that. So guys, I hope you understand the vision. And this particular DApp will be released well within 60 days. You will see it come to fruition. You will see it become viable, and you will see that we stand by our promise.